when she was behaving so. But let me tell you, soon enough, our first child, a bouncing baby girl. Let me tell you something. We were the happiest people in the world when we got our girl. Yeah. And let me tell you, well, you see, first children have it the best. They have everything nice. You see, first child, everything they do, everything, is the most amount of picture you could take is your first child. Look, you see, if a lion stop me, if you see picture, first child, you now change the diaper, no, and you only turn so, you swing back and check it again, make sure it's dry and everything all right. First child, if it has used comforter, and the first child comforter fall on the ground, that have to sterilize and go in the fridge, and you go in the fridge and take out and next sterilize one and put it in the mouth, and then you're good to go. Second children, not so lucky. Second children, not so lucky. Second child, you change the diaper, you're going to see what you have to do. You hear any crying, but you know you're going to come back, and you do what you have, and then you come back and check on that diaper, right? Second child, you just take some pictures. You're not always sure where the camera is, but you just get some pictures done. Second child, comforter fall on the ground. You pick it up, you turn on the pipe, you shake it, back in the mouth. You see? A lion. Don't talk for third children. I'm sorry for third children. Third children, you change that diaper. That child had to learn to talk, to ask you to check that diaper if it wet, you know. Sometimes they're walking on that diaper swinging down below there, so. Cheese and ages. You can't remember if you have a camera or if you have a card to put in it. I'm sorry, children don't have no set of baby pictures at all. Not a lot of them at all. And if your third child comforter fall on the ground, just pick it up and do so. Back in the mouth. I seen a guilty party here, boy. I have a guilty party here. Back in the mouth. It's not easy. It's not easy. But let me tell you, my wife and I, we work out a routine. Who was wake up when and thing, because at 3 months old, my wife was going back out to work when the baby was 3 months old. And I been an entertainer, I home. So as the house husband, de facto, I seen about the child. And I glad because I ready to daddy. So when she going back out, now we try her. She didn't like the formula too much. But you know, if mommy going back out to work, she had to learn to take the formula. But we believe that breastfed is, breastfed is best fed. I believe that. I still on it. But that's our next story for our next occasion, right? We will continue with this story for now, right? So, wifey going out to work. I say, honey, don't worry. She said, you may apply for some more leave. I said, what you worried about? I got this. I got this. You go ahead. So she gone to work the first day. About 9:30 in the morning, baby started to go, huh, huh, huh. I know she hungry. I give the hammock a gentle push. I go in the kitchen. I put the kettle on the fire. I take some cool boiled water, put it in the bottle, take a scoop and a half of the formula, throw it in, shake up that chicken, the kettle not ready yet. I go back in the bedroom. She going, ha, 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 ha. I push the hammock a little harder. I come back in the kitchen. Kettle ready. You know the kettle is the coolest thing in the world. Water up to the neck, fire in the bottom and the whistling. So I grab the kettle, I pour it in the bottle, nice, shake it, cover it on the way. What you have to do? Check the temperature. Check it, it's too hot. I have to go put it in the sink, turn on the pipe to cool it down, going back in the bedroom. She going, wah-ha, wah-ha, wah-ha. I push the hammock harder. I go back in the kitchen, grab it from under the pipe, go in, check the temperature, too cold. I have to go and rest it back in the pot with the hot water to warm it back up. Go on in the bedroom, wah, wah. I push that hammock again, listen. I nearly send that child into orbit. The power I push that hammock with. By the time I get everything right, it's almost lunchtime. My wife will reach home with her show-offish self. Oh, she hungry, bring her. Oh, wait, no, I fed her on this side last time. It's not fair. Fellas, it's not fair. We have to go through all of that, and women walking around with the formula. Correct temperature, correct nutritional value, correct consistency, everything. It's not fair. We have to make an appeal. and ask Papa God to help we out a little bit with something. You know what I mean? Just for a time, right? So, boy, I does wake up 3 nights, and she does wake up 4 nights. That's how we work out the thing. A night I not supposed to wake up, again, an elbow in my waist, cup, cup, cup. I didn't even open my eye. I said, don't try that. Tonight is your night. She said, no, emergency. Well, I jump up. I said, what happened? She said, the baby congested. I said, tell her to blow her nose. She said, Errol, she's 6 months old. She cannot blow her nose. I said, okay. What to do? She said, you have to pull it out. I said, no problem. I take the net off the crib and look. I said, baby, no string. She said, what? I said, well, I have to pull it out. I ain't saying nothing to hold. She said, boy, behave yourself. You have to put your mouth on the child's nose and pull.
I said, could you run that by me one more time, please? I don't think I completely understood what you just said.
She said, boy, stop playing the fool. Put your mouth on that child's nose and pull. As a big man, as a super daddy, I could do that. I pull that net off the crib. I lean over. I pick up her head gently, and I do exactly as the wife say. I put my mouth on the child's nose and I pull. I want to talk to the gentlemen in the room for a minute. You see, women, they have a way of leaving out one word sometimes. One word, and that has changed everything. She tell me, put your mouth on the child's nose and pull. She leave out a word. Easy. She never say easy. 2 little syllables, easy. Why she couldn't just say easy? She was supposed to say, put your mouth on the child's nose and pull. She never say easy. I pull out one and go. I remember when you was young, how nice it used to taste when it was running. Remember how nice it used to taste when you was young? Remember how nice it was when you used to dig? You remember? That thing tastes bad. Oh, good. Listen, you could tell anybody, Errol Eversley Fabian, that's my full government name, is the quickest learner there is. Listen, I just pull so easy now I can't even drink from a straw. All these years later. So the next night when she hit me, goop, goop, I said, what? She said, the child congested. I said, no problem. I pull gently and I spit, chow. Next night, goop, goop. I said, what? She said, the child congested. I said, no problem. I pull gently and I spit, chow. Next night she hit me, goop, goop. I said, what? She said, the child constipated. I said, I said, you can't catch me in that at all. Not me and that shit. No. But let me tell you, children are indeed the greatest blessing. I sit down here watching it all day with these 2 young men and I'm jealous. Now, I am very jealous, because one of my sons down in the back there on the camera, and boy, oh boy, children and grandchildren. You have any grand yet? Oh, good, you're missing out. Listen to me. I had 3 grand. 2 pick-me boy grand and a pick-me girl grand. But let me tell you, grandchildren, so nice. If I did only know how nice they was, I'd never make children, I only make grandchildren. So, my friends, it's time for us to rock and roll with this event. I just talk a little tatana, a little choppiness. Thing to read, hold on, I need to get out my testicles. Spectacles, sorry. Slippery tongue. same time. It have a new name and a new feel. It's called spoken word, but that is a tradition among African people from as long as there was African people. And this woman who's coming to do the spoken word, I have to tell you a lot about her, because there's a lot to be said about her. Preparate all yourself. She was born Waveney Diana Benskin in Trinidad and Tobago to Bajan parents. So you know she's a Caribbean woman one time. She was initially schooled in Barbados at Turner Hall Elementary School, then to Fatima RC in Cureb. 3 of my daughters went to school there. She attended Cureb Junior Sec in 1972 until 75, then on to St. Augustine Girls High School, graduating from there in 1977. We graduated from school and they say, girl, we need to talk. Previously published Per Ardua ad Astra, Through Difficulty to Success. That's some Latin there. I probably assassinated it, but that was my best shot. The life story of one West Indian girl. This novel chronicles the challenging circumstances from which she had emerged. Previously published anthology, Spoken Words from the Mouth of This Babe. She has cinched, several poetry awards, and that include a poetry fellowship from Martha's Vineyard Institute of Creative Writing. From the University of Southern California, a poetry scholarship that culminated in the anthology Once Upon a Pandemic, a callaloo of poems with coconut milk, I should add, to savor releasing later on this year. So preparate yourself for the release of Once Upon a Pandemic. Several spoken word nominations she's had, and winner of Best Spoken Word Artist, Divas of Color in London. She's a global ambassador. She holds a BSc from Mercy College in New York. She's a radio co-host, at WZYE 95.9 FM. She's a budding actor and model. She's been invited to South Africa to do a book launch later this year. But for now, she is in Tobago, Awi Girl, at the Mount Irvine Bay Resort. Please make welcome Diana Benskin. You're very welcome.
Nothing must stop you. Yes. When God bless a man, Satan may attack you. Yes. When God bless a man, he's gonna back you. Yes. When God bless a man, that man must stand. He must stand AI. Who God bless, none can curse. His divine favor man can reverse. Can reverse.
Girl, she was born to 2 parents who just didn't know what to do with her. Her mother abandoned her when she was about 3 months old in a box, and then the father, he didn't give a damn. And this little girl was jettisoned back and forth to 2 islands because no one wanted this little dark-skinned girl. The child eventually ended up with the biological mother, whom she did not know was her mother for about 10 years. And she was made to call her by her name, Miss, her last name. And in the household, there was a lot of abuse, emotional, psychological, physical, verbal abuse. But the little girl, she held on to her dream, and she stopped, she talked to her maker to help her to get out of this situation. Because the dynamics in which she emerged from, she could have been delinquent, a statistic, a dropout in life. But she chose education, and that exonerated her. And the little girl I told you about, I'm standing here today. will call Give Me a Pen. My writing journey long ago began, when in my tender hands you placed a crayon. Color in the lines until they're filled. When I mastered that skill, you then gave me a pencil. I grew older, and then you gave me this weapon called a pen. Gave me a pen and encouraged me to write. Had you given me a gun, I would always be looking for a fight. A gun filled with bullets I would be killing. Instead, I write words to motivate the living. Give me a pen and not a gun. I will show you that writing is fun. Give me a pen and not a gun. I will fill the pages with words till the ink is done. Give me a pen and not a gun. I will stay in school and the streets all day I won't run. Give me a pen and not a gun. I will write you a lyric from sunup to sundown. Give me a pen, not a gun. I will grow up in liberation with an education, not in shackles or incarceration. Give me access to knowledge that is power. In my hands there will be a book, a gun, and not a gun that will make you cower. Give me a pen that I ask for. I promise you I will not grow up to be a gangster, murderer, or a transgressor. Although writing is done in silence, the strength of the written word is more powerful than violence. Ink the only blood that should flow, enlightenment with my pen the seeds I hope to sow. My writing journey that long ago began when in my tiny hands you placed that crayon, now successfully ends with me holding this mighty weapon called a pen. In peace. Thank you. So I'm inspired as a poet to write. Somebody could say something, I could see something, and then I go on a writing journey, you know? So I was a little peed off at the way they treated the Supreme Justice Ketanji Brown nomination. Got me really irate. She's very qualified for the job, but they put her through the grinder. And I do have a radio program in the United States, WCYE 95.9 FM, and I was changing my backdrop. So I went into a box and I pulled out some books, all my books I was trying to decorate, redesign my backdrop for my radio show. And I pulled out all the novels I read over time. Novels, there were some movies, and it inspired me to write a piece to chronicle the African experience. And I call it A Supreme Novel Journey. Before we were yours, we were kings and queens. Everything about us was supreme. Living in unity, free in our beloved country, till the catcher in the rye forced us to say goodbye to the motherland. With iron yokes on our necks and hands, we were gone with the wind. Stacked in the belly of the whale, Jesus of Lubeck set sail. As we lay dying, the Lord of Flies watched some of us die. For the survivors, no great expectation. As the Moby Dick beached on Treasure Island, no longer an African, now a mere commodity on display. The catcher, he gets his pay. We're all sold on a Monday. Cinderella, queen from Africa, with a symbol is branded forever and trafficked. For this offense, there was no crime and punishment. Many children are born in the Tropic of Cancer. We're all the same in the dark. For centuries, we're forced to eat the grapes of wrath. Till things fall apart, there would be war and peace, prolonged pride and prejudice, but the roots of my bondage would finally cease to exist, and I could live freely in the castle of my skin. And peace. I will do another piece for you. It's called, now the professor at University of Southern California, he said to personify an inanimate object and write on it, write something. So I said, okay, well, I'm creative, I could do this. So I made Money my boyfriend. So I'm going to do the piece that I wrote about money. Money, where you at, money? Oh God, I miss you so much, honey. I don't know what I did, but the last time I saw you was before COVID. It's been so long, money, my honey. Tell me, what did I do wrong? This guy named Bill keeps showing up at my door. I think he and the mailman, Will, they two are friends. They come to my house every day at 4. Bill stays, but Will, he leaves. Money, honey, I'm begging you, please. Bill say he's going to take all my possessions, and he got an annoying female friend named Collection. She ain't have no kind of discretion. Money, honey, please come back. Don't let that happen. What you think the nosy neighbors will say? Now you done up and gone your separate way. I can't get my hair or my nails done. Money, honey, that ain't no fun. Bill, he got more of his friends coming. They ain't joking. I'm sitting in the dark all alone. They're about to turn off my damn phone. The landlord making noise for the rent. And my so-called friend, Miss Piggy, she banking have not 1 red cent. Money, please come back. I promise I won't do you wrong. Honey, I ain't had a 3-piece meal in so long. If you come back to me, I promise you, baby, I'll treat you more frugally. I won't disregard the warnings of your cousins, you know, credit and card. I promise for the rest of my life, I'll never put you under the bottom of a dice. Nah, don't listen to that no good friend of mine, Weed. The bird in hell is what he need. He always high. You know that ain't no lie. And that deceitful liar named Liquor, whenever I'm feeling blue because I miss you, she's always knocking on my damn door with a glass in her hand. Here, have some more. Money, honey, listen to me. That baby cousin Lotto with his false promises of a sure win, believe you me, I finally learned gambling is a sin. Money, my honey, my sugar dumpling, can't we stop all this fussing and fighting and talk about reuniting? Money, I'm listening. Oh God, my head hurting. All them demands you're making on me, a poor broken woman. Money, my honey, without you I'm lost. I can't buy the things I need the most. Money, honey, please come back home. I feel so helpless and all alone. Don't force me to start a relationship with your family. Your rich Uncle Henry, the one that is called Loan. I will see you shortly. You know where it is. Leave the spare key. And peace. Thank you very much. I will be going to South Africa to launch my book. It's called, I will be coming back to Trinidad also. It's called Once Upon a Pandemic. My aim is to have it incorporated in the schools in the diaspora, Africa and Caribbean. And when I do a launch in Tobago, I'll do it through Andre, so you guys can patronize me. I thank you very much for your forbearance.
Oh, she talk about money there, boy. You know, that's a talk we have to not break from having. It's a talk we have to have. She talk about money, boy. Money has changed people bad, you know. Money does really change people bad. I remember this fella, boy. That man going home and tell his wife, honey, we win the lotto. Pack your things. She talk, we going on a trip. He say, again, pack your things. She said, I don't know where we going, what to pack. He said, pack everything. She said, all my shoes, and then he said, pack your shoes, baby. She said, what about all my going out clothes? He said, all your clothes, pack everything. Pack your evening wear. Pack your casual, pack your church clothes, pack. She said, I'm loving it. She said, so let's put some love and welcome to entertain you. I've seen more people dressed, but oh God, I can't wait, let me move. Let's welcome Tobago Alpha Cultural Group.
down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Congo gal, go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Congo gal, go down. Go down. Go down. Go down. Congo gal, go down. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Congo gal, go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Go down for me, oh. Go down for me, oh. Congo gal, go down for me. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée, oh. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. La reine rivée, we go dance the ballet. La reine rivée. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée, oh. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. La reine rivée, we go dance the ballet. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée, oh. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. La reine rivée, we go dance the ballet. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée, oh. Aïe, 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 la reine rivée. La reine rivée, we go dance the ballet. Ibobole, 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 abay, 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 ibobole. 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 Ibobole, abay, 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 ibobole. Ibobole, 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 ibobole,
Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Just right, just right. Well done. This poor djembe is still rapping this djembe. One more time for the Tobago Alpha Performing Company. Wow. Woo-hoo. They pull out my limbo skills there, boy. They pull out my limbo skills. I have to come over here right now. Good evening to you, Mr. Augustine. How are you? I have some choice words for you. I was waiting for the opportunity to say these words that I'm about to say to you. So preparate yourself. Mr. Farley Chavez Augustine, you, sir, in my humble view, are the most important Caribbean leader alive today. Most important. You, sir, have an energy that I gather and a sense, and you sit right now on the crossroads where a new generation is coming into being. And the tone you have been setting is the tone we've been wanting to see leading this region for a long time now. I want to tell you it's a real honor and a pleasure to meet you, and God bless you, brother. Just right, just right. Yeah, man. Yeah. We've been waiting for somebody like this to come along, and more will come. Yeah, more come. Oh, good.
Let us know that Miss Bensky from WCY 95.9.
She's right here, present and accounted for. Yeah. So, you may need to demolish some old things that exist. Some demolition does have to happen, you know. Don't get carried away. Demolition does have to happen when it's time to move. And when I see people name themselves a demolition squad, them are serious people, you know. And right now, the Demolition Warriors TASA group are about to take the stage. And now before all you say anything, come ahead, young men. They have insisted, they want you to know that TASA is not an audience event. It's not a spectator event. You have to get up out your seat. The TASA doesn't move you. They say don't stick. They say if you feel intimidated and all you could move is your little toe, move your little toe. But if you're feeling to move all of you, don't hold back. All right? Demolition Warriors, are you ready? Yeah. Heat up the place, man. ba 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 bam, ba 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 ba, ba ba ba. No, there's not that kind of wedding. Preparator themselves. Oh, gosh. Here they come. We have to hear what is to be said.
A pleasant good evening to everyone. Today, we are the members of the Mariah Heritage Group, and we will be depicting a Tobago old-time wedding. One of the things that is significant to our wedding is a dance we call the brushback. The brushback is where the wedding party goes 3 steps forward and 2 steps back. 3 steps forward, signifying that you are going into a very bright future, but 2 steps back, showing that you are not forgetting where you came from. When you come on the outside, you will see some ladies at the front of the wedding. They are the characters. The character with the breadfruit signifies that the groom is getting a virgin bride. The character with the coal pot signifies that the bride is well domesticated. She can cook, wash, and clean. And the character with the canister shows that she is not leaving home naked. She is well clothed and her bedding on the inside. Also, you will see a woodman who is there as someone from the village. He was invited, but he came from his garden and he just fall in the wedding. And the rest of members in the wedding are the wedding party, which is followed by a dance we call the breakaway. The breakaway is a celebratory dance, celebrating the bride, the groom, and their new beginnings. Ladies and gentlemen, we are the members of the Mariah Old Time Wedding Group, and we invite you to come see us on the outside in our wedding procession. Thank you.
Folks, as we get parents, we understand how busy schedule is. And I really want to thank you, Chief, on behalf of the board of Tobago Diaspora Outreach for gracing us with your presence. I thank the sponsors, Cal, for also being here, represented by this lady here. And we are grateful for your presence. And we thank all our performers, Diana Benskin from New York, who's coming to perform along with the Castle.
If anything go to me, that's why I do that.